has been impressing us here at Joy for a little while now. He originally from New Zealand, he came to our attention during the 2012 season of The Voice. At 25 years of age, it's hard to believe how much he's already fitted into his career to date. Ben Hazlewood, welcome back to Joy.
Hello, how's it going?
We're well. Now, for those of us who haven't caught up on the Ben Hazlewood story, fill us in quickly. You came fourth in New Zealand Idol when you were 17, and from there...
From there, I kind of took a small stint, moved over to London, ended up living over there, got signed to an independent record label with my band, and that kind of fell apart slowly over a period of time, and then came back to Australia, went on The Voice. I was in the semi-finals of that, released my first EP last year, Loveless, and now have released the title track as a single, but it's reproduced in a new way with the help of Meldrum. So yeah, that's where we're at now.
And I definitely want to talk to you about that. But I guess most of us would know you from The Voice a couple of years back, the inaugural season of The Voice here in Australia. 2 years on, how do you reflect on it now?
I think it's a really surreal experience. I went into it with the attitude that I was just going to have as much fun as I could and learn as much as I could from it, and from my mentor Joel as well, who taught me a lot, and just kind of have fun with it, because I had an experience on New Zealand Idol where I kind of was in that naive stage of thinking that was really going to, just catapult me into some sort of superstardom, and everyone was going to want to hear my music, because I've been writing since 14, so I thought that after the show everyone would want to listen to what I'm putting out, blah blah blah. But I felt that as soon as the show goes away, then it's kind of the hype around the show. It's not really as much to do around as you as an artist. So I think that I kind of was aware of that going into The Voice, so I just kind of had a really good time and really positive, and being able to perform in front of that audience and those mentors and that kind in that environment is a really amazing experience. So I just kind of enjoyed that, and I've just kind of been working my ass off since, really, just writing and gigging and doing everything that I can to kind of just get my music out there. I'm not looking to become like an overnight success. I know that I am talented, I know that my music is good, the songs that I write are good, so I just kind of want to continue on that journey and enjoy doing what I do.
So for you, it was really about gaining just another level of experience in terms of performing and
yeah, and I think that it's given me one thing that I didn't have before, which is a fan base of really amazing, supportive fans that are really interested and really wanting to hear more music from me, and that drives me a lot as well, to create more and to write more, because there is actually a demand or a want out there for it, which is a really awesome feeling that people connect with your music and enjoy listening to what you create.
One of the things that's become more and more apparent, and shows like The Voice, I think, have really hooked into this as well, is the whole social media fandom side of things. How have you found that? Are your fans connected to you more than any other way through social media, do you think?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of fans that I'm connected to through all the social medias, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and then there's fans that will come out and see me live, and some of them are both, some of them, so I think that there are some quieter fans and there are some louder fans, but it's just it's really cool having them there, and just kind of, I don't think that my fans are out of control. I think that my fans are very I don't know, I think they're into music for the right reasons, and they're into what I'm doing for the right reasons as well.
So I think we had you last in the studio last year with Leo, I think. That was when you were just releasing your debut EP.
Yeah.
What have you been up to generally, since the EP was released?
Well, we went to, just after the EP release, we went to Queenstown in New Zealand, and we shot an amazing video directed by Ben J down there in the mountains, and that was for Parachute, the first single. And then we went over to Buenos Aires, and we shot a music video for Loveless, which is up on YouTube now, so you can check that out. And that's a really cool video. So I went over there and did that. And then I kind of, I just really had to kind of look at what direction I wanted to go in my career, and whether it be, just kind of, a bit more serious in the music and singing, songwriting. So I kind of looked around for new management and kind of made the switch over, and we're just kind of really concentrating on the music itself rather than the whole kind of image of me or like that kind of thing. So it's
fair enough.
Yeah.
Let the music speak for itself.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
I have to say, I think Parachute was in my top 10 tracks.
Oh, really?
Of 2013.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
I think it's a great song, and it was received really, really well on the airwaves here at Joy. Definitely, we got lots of great reactions.
Yeah, I think you guys played it a lot, which I thank you very much for. It's awesome having the spot. Yeah, Parachute was a great song. It is a great song. It's like, it's not like it's gone anywhere, but it's still there. No, and yeah, it's a great song, and I think that the whole EP that I wrote was really great. I was really proud of it, but I think that everything that I have coming up next, I'm currently working on writing an album that we're planning on releasing towards the end of the year. I think it's another step from there as well. So I think that's going to be exciting for people to hear.
Fantastic. We are speaking with Ben Hazlewood. His debut EP, Loveless, has been out for a year now, but the title track has just been released. You are on Joy 94.9.
To the studio, and I was just like, oh no, you don't need to do that. We were just kind of wondering if you had any suggestions of who we could work with, and he's just like, I want to do it. And she was just like, because it's the first time that he's been in the studio since his accident, and so she didn't really want to put too much pressure on him to do that, but he was really passionate about it. So we booked out Sing Sing Studios originally for I think 2 days, and we re-recorded the acoustic guitar and the pianos, and then that kind of took a couple of days, and then all of a sudden it went from 2 to about 6 days, and we had the National Boys Choir come in, we had like string quartet, we had this amazing backing vocalist Susie Ahern who did this insane gospel stuff at the end, and it just kind of became this massive process and this massive project that was kind of like, it was just really surreal, and just watching him work and the way that he did things, it was just amazing, and it's just kind of brought the whole song from this very really great song. I think it's it's a very good song, but it just like brought it to a whole new level of emotion and like power, and it's just a lot more anthemic now.
Fantastic. Now there is a whole string of things I could ask you about in that answer. Let's back it up a bit. Number one, that Molly Meldrum is not a gun for hire. He has to really want to work.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I was so amazed by, because Yale had worked with him for so long, my new management, and she just said to him, but he was really passionate about the song. He really loved the song. So I mean, I was blown away by that. That's pretty amazing praise to have from someone like him. That he was that into the track.
Enthusiastic to work
exactly.
with. It's fantastic. The next thing I have to say is you've got the National Boys Choir on the song. Where did that idea come from?
I have no idea. I think I did an interview with Molly yesterday, and we were talking to the Herald Sun, and he was saying, I did kind of plagiarize some of my earlier works, A Real Thing with the choir and, all that kind of stuff. So he's pulled in different aspects of other songs. So I think he had that idea from the beginning, but that was kind of just something he said, we were sitting in the studio, and he's like, it needs a choir. He's like, get the National Boys Choir in here, blah, 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 blah. So they came in the next day, and they're all cool little dudes. And they enjoyed the process. I think it was a long day for them. And
finally, as you mentioned, Susie Ahern. I mean, she's such a fantastic vocalist. She was a coach on Australian Idol for a number of years. She's worked with Anthony Collier on a number of tracks over the years. I saw her do a Bond theme night not that long ago, and she was the power voice.
Yeah,
all the performers.
Her voice is insane. I said to her, she kind of came in, I just said, I just want some gospel stuff, and then she said, well, what do you kind of mean? And I played her one of my favourite Rolling Stones tracks, which is Give Me Shelter, and they've got this woman in that track, and she just like kills it, and I just said, like, if you can do something, like, obviously you don't have to do that, but if you can do something similar to that, and she's like, oh, I can do that. And then so she walks in the studio, and she just starts singing, and I'm just like, holy, right. I won't swear on way about that.
Now, I have to say, the other thing is that Molly is so much behind this track and behind supporting you that he's actually hosting a big media event for you tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night. So he's invited. It's just a very small kind of like cocktail party, I guess, and he's invited just his close friends from the media and radio and just what are they, reporters, journalists and stuff.
People who can influence the influence.
Yeah, well, just his friends. So, I mean, he's just kind of invited them because he wants them all to, come along and get behind the single as well. So I've got my band coming down from Sydney, and we're just going to do an acoustic version of it. We've got the big grand piano and, acoustic, and a couple of the girls, the backing vocalists and stuff. So it's going to sound awesome.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to it because I got an invite.
Lucky you.
So I'm looking forward to actually coming along to that. What's the plan? You mentioned that you're looking at recording an album before the end of the year. What else is in the works for Ben Hazlewood? Is it performing? Is it recording? Anything else?
Well, right now we've got a lot of new material that we're just really excited about recording. So I think the next couple of months we're going to be in the studio recording some 7 new tracks. Not that they're necessarily going to be on the album, but we're going to go on and record them. And then I'm actually going back over to London to work with a whole bunch of songwriters that I used to work with over there. And then I'm going to LA to work with a few people, and then Nashville, which I'm really excited about. One of my producer friends, Jeff Duncan, moved over there and is just killing it over there at the moment. So I'm going to go over and work with him in Nashville for 3 or 4 weeks and just lay down a whole bunch of the new songs that I write on the trip. So it's kind of like a writing holiday, really. So it's going to be awesome. And then, hopefully release the album towards the end of the year. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, Nashville, people think country, but Nashville is like the center of all kinds of music and just so many amazing producers.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a melting pot of just everything. I think it is mainly country, but I love country anyway. So I think that I'm kind of wanting to get a bit inspired by that, because I mean, country music is awesome. The storytelling in their music is amazing, and I think that that's something that I love, when I songwrite, is to be able to tell a story, and really in detail and make people kind of imagine they're there. So I think that it's going to be a good place to write and produce.
Fantastic. We've been speaking with independent singer-songwriter Ben Hazlewood. The new single, Loveless, is out now. We're going to listen to it. Ben, thanks for joining us here today on Joy.
Thank you guys so much for having me. And thanks for all the support over the past year. I really appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. It's Ben Hazlewood. This is Loveless on Joy.
Come back, haunting me.
Ben Hazlewood and Loveless here on Joy 94.9. There's no...
If only he let you, he wouldn't be Loveless, would he?
We had thanks to Ben for coming in today. We had a message in from Justin in Sassafras who said Ben is fabulous, articulate, beautiful and talented. And if there's a Ben Hazlewood competition, please put me in it. Yeah, get in the queue, Justin. There's a few boys waiting to get in that competition in the station right now.
So does Justin think he's all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just checking, I wasn't sure.
He's a very handsome lad and as he points out, very articulate, very smart, very talented. I wish Ben all the best for the future because he should be a star. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
Yep, you and Molly.